Alright guys, in today's video, Spencer Pratt accuses Karen Bass of violating election laws, and so what we're going to do is break that down and then actually go over the video which Pratt claims that this is happening. When we're done with that, we will break down whether Karen Bass did in fact break election laws, or did she just find a bend in the road, changing the rules a little bit. Spencer Pratt, pay attention to what Karen does. This is actually amazing. This is brilliant. We need to learn from it. All right, guys, here we go. Okay, so Spencer Pratt, he wrote, Karen Bass just violated election laws here. She is so accustomed to breaking the law with no accountability. She even filmed herself doing it. Well, those days are over. We just filed a formal complaint for illegally gaming the election. We must protect our democracy. Whoa. All right, Spencer. I know you wear that Batman suit, so, I'm about to listen to what you have to say. And we'll go now to the video of what Spencer Pratt is talking about.
Hey, everybody. All right. We're on the countdown.
Okay.
On the countdown. Just one more week. One more week. Let me just thank you so much for all of your support. I know you have been walking precincts, you've been making phone calls, you've been over there at the headquarters, because we're gonna bring this to home base and win, right? I even have the babies on my side. Babies for Bass. All right. You're never too young. Hi, Joy. Thank you. Babies for Bass.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at this.
One more vote to win. One more vote to win.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Done. Well, I have to say that you should vote today. Fill out your ballot, hand it to your postal worker, or come to a voting box like this. We have a few days left in this election, and we are going to take it to victory.
So there it is, guys. There's the video. Spencer Pratt says she is violating. Well, let's take a look. Let's see exactly what that law says. Let's see what the punishments can be. And let's see what the dispute is. What is Karen Bass' side saying about all this? That's going to be very interesting. So let's check that out next. Okay, so did Karen Bass break election law? There's the law. If she did electioneering with 100 feet, which is prohibited. So according to that video, that's what it looks like, right? There's the possible penalties. Looks like she could get up 6 months in jail, up to $1,000 fine, or both. So I would say even if she did, I don't see her getting any of those things. That's just the fact of the matter on that one. But here's the dispute. Bass's spokesperson reportedly disputes the complaint and said that there were two filming locations. One location was 200 feet away where signs were visible. One location was next to the ballot box with no signs. So the law is real and the penalty can be real. Okay. So according to Karen Bass's side, it was 200 feet away and there was filming going on. It was like this was almost staged, right? Like we're 200 feet away. We can set this up. We can make it look like all these people are voting and look how happy they are. And we're not violating any laws. We were able to find a loophole. We got a loophole around it. That's pretty interesting. But come on, Spencer Pratt. Use what she says, man. Okay, so 200 feet away, I can put a post out there that I want to get a picture with everybody who's going to be voting for me, but it has to be 200 feet away, make it look like you're all voting, and we'll make it look like the biggest line ever because I know that momentum is on my side. And so on this date and time, this is what we're going to do. Spencer, you'd make a video 10 times better than what we just watched. It's not breaking the rules, it's bending them. So when it comes to actually what Karen Bass was able to pull off, I'm going to have to give her a 10 of 10. If this is what they're claiming they did, 10 of 10. Good for you. But now it's time for Spencer to do what he does best. Outdo what Karen Bass does. All right, guys, so that's the end of the story. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think, she broke the law, so she should be punished? Or do you think like, wait a second, here's the dispute, and how can we use it against them? You know what I'm saying? Like, very interesting. So let me know what you think. And now we'll move on to Let's Talk About It, where Kigio5147 said, one way for the corrupt officials to steal taxpayer money is to create a problem, then use the problem as a reason to get public funding. The taxpayer money then pockets most of the money. So what he just said has been, debatable, right? And so what I want to do is I want to create a new section called Fact or Fiction, where I'm going to break down what I think he's trying to say, and then you can judge for yourself whether you think it's fact or that's just fiction. So here we go. Let's take a look. This is the way that these politicians funnel money, right? That's basically what that comment said. And what it starts with is the government and the Democratic establishment, right? They create bills, they taxpayer funds, and all of that money goes over to nonprofits, right? They absolutely love to use nonprofits for everything. Like, you can literally think of a nonprofit and the Democratic Party has created it, right? And then what happens is 10 to 20% of the actual money goes to the problem, right? Which goes back to creating the problem and funding the problem for as long as you can, never fixing the problem, right? And while that's going on, while you're spending very little on the actual problem, a lot of the money is being pocketed by insiders. And when you're talking about insiders, you're talking about everybody, right? This is government money, and in that government money, let's say that nonprofit's going to be, we'll use this money to build something, right? To build a homeless shelter, right? Well, then the company that they choose is somebody they know, and so they jack up the price, and so they get their cut, right? Then the politicians who are writing these bills, who are funding these nonprofits, they're getting their cut, and they also are able to use these nonprofits to kind of push their own agenda, right? Like, really think about how many nonprofits there are out there, guys, and go like, man, there sure is a lot of nonprofits. And then finally, everybody else is getting paid. Everybody else is getting money. There's kickbacks everywhere. Like, you see it. You literally see it. Look at some of these senators, right? It's these governors. Look how much money they make. Like, but the bottom line is, it becomes fact or fiction. It's what do you believe? It's not what I believe, right? This is how I see it. Do you see it the same way, or do you think that, like, no, that doesn't happen? Have you ever questioned how these protest groups are able to organize so quickly, right? Like, how they're able to just show up, have all their signs, everything ready, It's like, it's like, it feels like some of these groups are just being created and funneled through a system, right? Because somebody has to be funding these people. You know, there's no way all these people are showing up week after week after week, doing the same thing, saying the same thing, selling the same story. You know, I'm not saying it's happening, but I'm just saying you should ask yourself, is this fact or fiction? Okay, guys, thank you if you are still here. I truly appreciate you being all the way to the end of this video. That is awesome, and thank you so much. Now, with that said, before you leave, do make sure and share this video with a friend, okay? I know you know somebody who could watch this and say, oh, you know what? I agree, I disagree, but this guy, he's just common sense, right? Next, leave a comment. Right now, I believe the comments are unlocked, and so anybody can leave a comment. But once I reach 10,000 subscribers, I'm actually going to lock the comments, and so you have to become a subscriber to leave a comment, because I will feature you. I read all the comments, and I pick one of the comments, guys, 3 actually, to go on the next video where I then discuss that comment, right? And I try to be fair about it. And finally, like and subscribe, guys. Hit the bell. Boink, hit it, and don't miss anything. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you on the next video. You take care.